I'm about to get pretty personal with you guys. So I suggest you just find your local trampoline, sit down, bounce and chill with me, because we're about to tell a story time about a spring break vacation from hell. Love you guys. You guys are always so nice to me, like in the comments. Oh, well, no, I have one video where you guys are pretty nasty to me, but I don't think any of those nasty commenters are part of the fam bam. So I'm really talking about, you know, what we got going on here. Y'all are the best. Y'all are nice. Y'all, I'm from Texas. But hello, yes. And if you're new here, hi. It was my junior year of college and I made friends with one of my sorority sisters, and she would like to talk about like her roots, especially because she was from Texas. But by that I really mean she just liked to talk and tell me about how her family became rich. But I get it, like I have a lot of friends who are rich. To me, it doesn't really turn me off. What I really care about and look for in a friend is that they're genuinely nice. Like, that's all I want, some authenticity, some kind-hearted compassion, then you're good. You're my friend, okay? I'm pretty sure all y'all are my friends. So she ended up inviting me on a spring break trip where her dad was going to splurge and get us like a hotel to stay at Panama City Beach. It was gonna be like a fun road trip, like such a great experience. And of course, I don't really like banking off of somebody's, wealth. So I mean, just disclaimer, like I knew I was gonna bring my money to spend on the trip, but I was really appreciative of having this hotel gifted to us because that can get super pricey during spring break time. So I was like so excited. So of course, this entire time I was thinking I'm not going to make other plans because we're gonna be doing this the entire week. So it gets closer and closer to spring break. And of course the rates are really going up. Like you should be booking this probably in the fall if you want the best rate. And now, I think it was like getting into mid-February and our spring break was in March. And my mom kept asking me like, is this gonna happen? And I'm like, yeah, she keeps telling me this and that. Finally, like I have a direct conversation with her and I ask her like, what's going on? And she says,
well, I got cut off.
What does that mean, cut off? So she ended up spending $3,000 online shopping in one night for I don't even know what, but she did. And her dad found out and he cut her off. I mean, this a little bit confuses me because I was told this was a gift from her dad, this hotel room. So I guess really she was gonna go behind his back and use the credit card to buy the hotel room. Because I feel like any dad in their right mind wouldn't make that a punishment for her daughter, knowing that her daughter's friend, me, was gonna lose all her spring break plans. So I was like, oh. Cool. I tried my best to kind of be chill about it, but I really wasn't. And she pretty much just said,
it's not my fault that I like to spend money.
It is your fault that you like to shop. It is also your fault that you made false promises and lied to me. So I called my mom and the party girl in me is devastated. Like, like devastated. And my mom is so nice, like so dang nice. She books us a hotel. It's a 15-minute drive from the beach because let's face it, like there's such limited availability now in those hotels that the prices on like anything beachside is like $2,000 to $3,000. So I think my mom ends up dropping, was it like 800, something like that for this hotel. So, my friend can figure out the money situation later and pay me back like afterward, but now it's like, okay, cool, good to go. We get in the car, Tampa to Panama City Beach, I think is like a 6-hour drive. It's pretty ridiculous. So I was thankful that my friend wanted to drive, but at the same time, like I didn't even have a car. So she drove, and halfway there, I look at her reservation and it was for the next day. That was totally my bad, I'll tell you. So she's flipping out, yelling at me in the car. And of course, I get why she's mad, but she's like yelling at me, making me feel like absolute shiz. So I call my mom again. I feel like such a brat in this video. I call my mom and I tell her what happened, and my mom is so nice. She reaches out to the hotel and pays for an extension stay. So we're good, like we're continuing driving, we're good to go. The hotel is nice, but the shuttle service that they, were advertising was literal crap. So we would get in the shuttle and the guy, I don't know if it was because we were women or we just weren't that assertive, but he kept us in the shuttle saying like he had to keep making trips back and forth because he was called and that was more important. I was so confused about what this shuttle service was. I don't know if it was even associated with the hotel or if it was just something that was partnered with them. I don't know, but they had advertised it and we would end up staying on that shuttle for an hour in limited AC. Like I was like getting nauseous in this shuttle. My friend kept making jabs at me like
this shuttle service with the hotel is crap.
I mean, I get it, like I'm mad too, but I guess I'm just more easygoing and the fact that like this trip was literally scrapped together at the last minute. Like I don't have the highest expectations. So we get to the beach and of course that's disappointing because it's not like a big party like in the movies where everybody's getting along. No, it's like still cliquey. The frat guys are either obsessed with each other or they're just obsessed with these girls that they already know, like they don't have the confidence to like make new friends. Like they're like kind of tight-knit and like very unwelcoming. They're also like try-hard dweebs, like literally like I cringed for them watching them. So it just wasn't that appealing. And then all of the frat guys that we knew that were coming from Tampa, they weren't that great. I remember one kid was like trying to really get with me and I remember he like grabbed my face and started like making out with me and of course I'm just like, what is going on? And he like literally stops and is like, you're not really that into it. Yeah, if you grab my face to start making out with me, I'm just not gonna be that into it. Pretty much every day was the same thing, like waiting in so much traffic, this and that. And again, like she starts getting madder and madder about this trip, complaining, started making me angry because she talked about like, I hate this vacation. Like she even talked about like being annoyed with me because I guess I'm just mean, I'm annoying. Like I don't really get it because I'm trying to participate in all the stereotypes while we're here. I think she thought she was going to get like a lot more action out of guys and that just wasn't happening. And so she was getting frustrated and taking it out on me. And I just don't like people who don't have emotional control. We did hang out with some guys, but they were like guys from Tampa that we were actually friends with from like the Teak fraternity. And they're cool, like it was fine. Like I didn't mind that because that was my new expectation of the trip is like not wild, but like having like bonding time with people. But during that bonding time, she's venting to them, like complaining about me, complaining about the hotel, telling about how she's not having fun. She would never do this again. And it's just doing like this again and again, hearing this all in front of me. I wanted to snap, but I just didn't know what the point of that was. And I also kind of realized that she was so moody. Like she'd be somebody who would like, if I got into a fight, she wouldn't take me home. Like she had that kind of attitude. So I was like, I'm just going to play along with this, whatever. Let me pause the story though to say that there was this really funny time. So we went to a concert. It was my first EDM concert. Super disappointing because it's really just the guy hitting the keyboard play button and going like this. So that was super lame. But when we were there, I remember they were throwing out these little glow-up whacker things that you kind of wave around in the audience. And I grabbed one and the girl next to me wanted it, that she bit my arm. Like, who does that? And she had a boyfriend and the boyfriend just didn't seem fazed by that. I'm sorry, but if my boyfriend or like was biting somebody, or if like I had a boyfriend and I was biting somebody, like going on a little chomp town, I kind of would want to, be like spanked. Okay, that sounds so bad, but like reprimanded because that's just not how you act in public. We decided, we were so poor that we're like, let's go around, talk to some guys and try to get some drinks. So this one guy seemed kind of down for it. He kind of like took us through the busy crowd and we were like with his new group of guy friends. And I was like, I know that friend. I'm one of those people, I get too excited about consequences when I should have just shut my mouth so I could have gone free alcohol, but I didn't. So I'm like, I need to ask your friend something. And then I turn to him and I go, did we once make out before? And this guy looks at me like, what? Like he looks so confused and I say,
yeah, it was in Tampa at a house party when I tried to twerk on the wall.
the guy's looking at me stunned and his like friends were like, what? You know, like even like the guy who was wanting to buy us drinks had to like admit like this was all like too much of a coincidence, too like funny. I don't even know why I made out with him. He wasn't that cute, but it was so funny because I think he was wearing the exact same hat he was wearing at that house party like a year ago. And even worse, my friend actually took a picture of us making out and sent me the picture and I still had it on my phone. So I go,
1 second.
I pull out my phone, I pull up the picture, which makes me look so hella creepy, and I show it to him, and now his friends are like flipping out, he's flipping out, then of course we make out again. To this day, I still don't know his name. I think I'm okay with it. I think I'll live if I never see him again. But if I do see him again, we're gonna make out. I was such a hoochie mama. Oh my gosh, I remember I uploaded the Snapchat of us making out again so I could piss off another guy because that's the kind of person that I used to be. This is so bad. The moment was cool, but then of course it quickly ended. It's not like my friend really got a lot of free alcohol out of all that. No other guys. So of course she wanted to end the night early, like every night ended early. Like same thing, same routine, same complaining. That was probably the biggest highlight. Maybe also trying Four Loko for the first time and feeling like I was dying. Finally, we're on our way home. I am so excited just to be like alone in my dorm, like being so far away from this brat. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, brat. And on the way home, I tell her we're not going to make it on time for campus for the cafeteria to be open. Do you mind swinging by McDonald's so I can have dinner tonight?
I'm dropping your ass off.
And that's what she did. She parked the car in front of my dorm, unloaded it, went away. Cafeteria was closed. I didn't have any food in my dorm. Nobody was around, and you can't walk around at night in Tampa because people get shot and stabbed. So I was kind of like stuck on campus. No food. Yeah, I was pretty pissed off. And then it took her weeks to pay me back, AKA pay my mom back. And then she was so surprised as to why I didn't really want to be friends with her after that. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys. Like, if I could give you a hug, I would. Bam, bam, bam. Love you. Mean it. Bye, guys.